Hello, welcome to Referral for You. Today we're working on this. This is another PCB Way video. This is basically a power saver board for the Commodore 64. So we're going to populate this board, get it all soldered up, and we're going to run a test on it, see if it works. Basically, it saves your Commodore 64 from overvoltage, so anything that saves another retro computer is worth building, surely. News-wise this week, I should have done a draw this weekend for the Atari cart, which is coming along. I'm just waiting for the case to print so we can finish that off. So that will be here. Unfortunately, I'm delayed by a few days. So probably next Wednesday, I'll release a video in midweek. So look out for that if you've entered the competition for your chance to win. I've had a load of Spectrum bits arrive for the Spectrum build. So unfortunately, it's a massive humongous bag of loads of envelopes. I mean, it's just crazy. And everyone is written in Chinese. So I've no idea what part is what part. So basically I've got to shift through them all and probably look under the microscope to see what the chip says, etc. And try and sort them out into some sort of order so I can start building the Spectrum. The CDTV is still being worked on. I'm still waiting for some parts on the power supply, etc. So there's no point releasing a video on that until I've got more video footage together, but I have made progress on that. The A1200 board, which was a Amiga, I've not really done anything with that, to be honest. I've got other stuff on the go. I've got some BBC micros to look at. Obviously, that very rare upgrade for the BBC micro as well, the 16-bit processor. So we need to look at that soon as well. So look out for more videos on the way. I have started recording. I'm working most of the week through anyway. I'm recording different bibs and bobs. And I basically compile them together to make a video. It's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it. I enjoy doing it and showing everybody the old retro stuff going again. There's a link down below which will point you to my affiliate link, which should give some money back to this channel, which will be all appreciated and is all a good help. So I'll see you soon, guys, after a short intro and quick word about our sponsor. And we'll crack on with getting this built. See you soon, guys. So this is just a quick word about our sponsor, PCB Way. This is their main website. They do everything from PCB prototypes to assembly to CNC machining to 3D printing. Just have a look. Have a look at the projects. There's loads of projects on there to build. And this is a place to get your boards built, etc. I mean, amazing place, super fast, and prices start as little as $5, as you can see there. So that's about it for now. I shall see you soon, guys. Hello, welcome to Referral for You. Today we're going to be building a Commodore 64 power saver. Again, this is thanks to PCB Way for sending me the boards, so a big shout out to them and thank you again. And be sure to check out the site after this video. Now, basically what this does, it sits between the Commodore 64 power supply and the Commodore 64 computer. It detects any voltages over 5 volt, so if it gets to 5.6 volt or above, then basically the relay, which is here, will shut close and stop any power going to the computer. So it basically sits there monitoring the voltage. As soon as it goes over 5.6 volt, which they can do when the power supplies go faulty, it protects your Commodore 64 and shuts the voltage down, because internally the Commodore 64 itself has no protection. So basically I've heard these basically failed power supplies have gone up to 12 volts, so it basically throwing 12 volt through a 5 volt rail on the Commodore 64 with no protection, which will basically destroy your Commodore 64. So we're going to get this built up to protect the Commodore and listen to some music while we're doing it. So let's crack on with this and start building. Now the first thing we're going to fit is basically these resistors here. Now there's two resistors. It uses a 470 and a 2.2K. The 3 470s are here. The 2.2 is there, and another 470 there. Now these are all through-hole soldering, which is really nice. And if you want to build something, get this built. So we're just going to place the 2.2 in, like so, and bend the legs out at the back. Next, we need some 470s, so we're going to get them through as well. So we'll just stick these through here. So the resistors are all in place, ready to be soldered in. Next, we'll put the diodes in place. There is the 4732s, which again you can see marked on the boards here. 4732s there. The 414s. The diodes come, you always see, I think it's the cathode or anode, something like that, is marked by a red end. You can see there's a red end and a white end there, but you can always see that. And also it's marked on the board as well. You can see the line there, basically, with a black line on the diode. Can you see that? So that one was the 4732. So that one will just slot into these holes here. Like so, and again, we just bend the legs back. You can see. Next, same again. Is the other diode. Try to get these in the center all the while, but it's very difficult when I'm trying to build them like this. So that's them all in. Transistors, which again you can see there is marked up. They are 2222 A's, and you can put them in, you can't put them in wrong. They're actually drawn on the drawing, so we'll just slot them in. Also have a buzzer here. Now you can see here, positive is marked there, and there is a positive on the buzzer as well. So obviously positive goes to positive, like so. And we'll just bend those legs up a bit to hold that in place. So there's a buzzer as well. Now, another thing we can put on as well is the fuse holder, which just basically slots in here. Again, we'll bend those up to hold that in place. Now, what we'll do, we'll just go behind here and we'll start soldering this up. So we're going to flux it up. And we're going to grab the solder and we're going to start by soldering these. Okay, so basically what we're going to do now, we're just going to give it a clean off with some IPA and my old-fashioned toothbrush. So nice and clean and all soldered. See one there that looks like it's missed, but it's not. But we'll just put some more solder on it like so. And we'll revolve this back over. So basically now what we need to do is just turn this around. So now basically we have the relay, which is here. So we're going to stick that in. And also the DIN plug here. And again, we're going to flick this over. So we need a couple of LEDs. We have a green one, a green one for good, and a red for bad. So positive to there, negative to there. We just stick these through like so, and then bend the legs like so. Same again. We'll just stick these through. And then bend the legs up, and then just go underneath and solder away. So basically there you have the board finished. All it needs is a fuse popping in there, which we can get here, and then the connector wire making. So just like that. That's simple. Now we're at the point where we can actually test that now, so let's get that plugged up in a minute and get that tested. So now we give that a clean. In theory, if I plug that in, if my power supply is good, then this green light should show up. If my power supply is bad, then the red light will show up. So basically that will register the 5 volt, and if it goes over 5.6, it should fail. So here I have my old power supply. As you can tell, it's one of the really good, reliable Commodore ones. So we're going to plug this in, basically to here, and hopefully we should hear a click. Yeah, and you can tell the green light is now lit up. So I'm just going to measure here to check we have actually got 5 volt. So there's 2 pads here which you can measure. See if we can get them in. There you go. See, 5.2 volt. So that proves it is in. So if that goes over 5.6, the buzzer should alarm. This relay should kick in and cut out the power on the 5 volt rail. That red light should light up and the buzzer should sound. So I think we're going to test that by feeding some power through it from the power supply. Hopefully we can anyway. There's also a fuse as well to protect it. So let's give that a go, see if we can set something up. So I'm hoping you can see this now. This is the test I've got rigged up. I basically rigged my power supply up to it, and I'm going to turn the voltage up. You can see. There you go. As soon as we got 5.6, it cut it out and the buzzer has sounded. So if I turn that back down, green light comes back on and it lets the power back through again. We'll just crank it up again. There you go. Now the red LED isn't seem to be lighting up for some reason. It is doing its job and it is working. Perhaps I've got a faulty LED. I should test that anyway. So all that's left next is to fix that LED. You can hear the buzzer. The buzzer's working fine. It's cutting the power on, off, on. So there you go. You got 4.4, 4.6, 4.8, 4.9. So as soon as we get around 5.6, bang, it's off and we've lost the power. So there you go, back on again. So it does work, it does its job. That'll save you C64. So I'll just turn this bench power supply off. So welcome back. We're going back onto this now. Next we're going to be making the connector. So for connector, first we need to get some wire. We've got some wire here, pre-stripped basically. And we're going to proceed to solder these into the connections. Okay, so now we're going to build the lead. And for this, we're going to use a potato. Yes, a potato. And that was down to Captain Commodore's suggestion. Great idea, Captain Commodore. So what you do is you basically push this in. And there you have a holder for your DIN plug. Perfect. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get some cable and we're going to proceed to solder this up. Lots of flux. Now that's done. So all we got to do now is put this cable back together. We just need to pull these out a bit. Just tidy it up a bit. Plonk that out of the potato. So that's basically ready to test now. We'll just give it a clean off and Bob's your uncle. So we're just gonna plug this in. We got it plugged into the Commodore 64, and basically I'm just gonna put it like this. You can see the LED. I'm gonna flick it on, and there you go. It's fully working. So that's it. Good. I hope you enjoyed this. This again was thanks to PCBWay for these boards. And I'm going to carry on and finish this, obviously print a 3D case, etc. But for now, that's it for this video. Thank you again for watching, and thank you again to PCBWay. If you made it here for the first time and you enjoyed the video, you made it to the end, please hit the like and subscribe button, and also comment down below. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you again soon. Cheers, guys.